And happy weekend to all. Welcome to the program that analyzes the week that was and helps position you for the week ahead. I'm Maria Bartiromo. President Biden jamming in a last-minute emissions tax on oil and gas companies with just over 2 months left in office. But President-elect Trump says, quote, leave the oil to me. He's already promising to unleash American energy by rolling back Biden's green energy policies and exiting the Paris Climate Agreement. The new GOP-led Senate is promising to make it their top priority.
And we will work to restore American energy dominance, not just our energy security, but energy dominance, which will lower costs and bolster our national security. I'm excited to get to work with this team right away.
Democrat progressives are sounding the alarm.
People care deeply about climate change because my state is literally on fire right now, and people are anxious. They are anxious and they're worried.
It's going to be very much the Trump team saying crank up the fossil fuels and tear down any advancement on going to renewable energy economy. This is probably the biggest issue humanity faces.
It is clear that the next administration will try to take a U-turn and reverse much of this progress. It is real. It's a matter of life and death.
Climate activists and some world leaders are echoing this sentiment at the COP29 climate summit underway in Azerbaijan right now. Here to react is the House Energy and Commerce Committee member, Congressman August Pfluger, who will be in Azerbaijan next week, leading a delegation of lawmakers to the UN climate talks. Congressman, it's great to have you this weekend. Thanks so much for being here.
Maria, thanks for having me.
So what are your goals as you head to Azerbaijan?
Well, Speaker Johnson asked me to lead this delegation, and I think it's pretty simple. It's exactly what the mandate that the American public gave us on November 5th is. It is energy dominance. It is unleashing American energy. It is making sure that our partners and allies, not just our domestic needs, are met. I mean, there are many estimates that the electricity demands over the next 15 to 20 years are going to double. We have to be ready for that. Unleashing American energy to compete against adversaries is top of mind. Not only is it good for our economy, it's also a national security issue.
And you represent arguably the most important region for oil production in America, if not the world. That's the Permian Basin, right? So you've got a lot of value to bring to the table.
Well, that's right. The men and women in the Permian Basin for years have been meeting those needs. We got to the point where we were exporting more than we were importing, but you also have places like the Bakken and the Marcellus and the Utica all throughout the United States that need to be unleashed. We need to cut regulations. We need to unleash the potential that we have. It creates American jobs, and our partners and allies want to depend on us, not Russia, not Venezuela, and not China.
Yeah, meanwhile, the president is meeting with the world's largest polluter this weekend, speaking with China's President Xi Jinping at the APEC summit in South America. Will he hold Xi's feet to the fire over climate or anything else for that matter, do you think?
Well, absolutely not. We've seen his track record. Our enemies don't fear him. Our allies don't respect him. What he should be saying to President Xi is, you're responsible for almost 30% of the worldwide emissions. Cut those. What he should be saying to the Chinese government is stop sending fentanyl precursors into our country. Stop stealing our intellectual property. But we know that he's not going to do that. That's why it's so important for President Trump to be inaugurated and to get us back on track, not just in energy needs, but in every other aspect of our national security and economic puzzle.
And of course, he's gearing up for that. Trump's shaking things up with his new cabinet picks this week. What's your take on some of these key positions, Congressman?
Well, you know, the speed by which President Trump has nominated these people is incredible. They're ready, they're organized, they know what the mandate is, the agenda that the American public have charged us with. The Senate obviously is going to have a say, but we're excited about what they're going to do. And just talking about energy, we know they're going to unleash it. Being a military veteran myself, it's important for us to regain our readiness, our lethality, to be ready to deter all the enemies around the world, our adversaries around the world as well.
And of course, that's one of the criticisms of the Biden administration, that there was no deterrence in place. No deterrence for China, no deterrence for Iran, just no deterrence to stop their bad behavior and get ahead of it. Why not?
Well, he started on day one by greenlighting the Nord Stream project. He reinstated the nuclear program for Iran. He made every wrong decision, the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan, one of the most shameful things that I think our country has had to endure. And our enemies around the world are looking for weakness. They saw it and they've taken advantage of it. We have to regain strength. We go back to President Reagan. You want peace through strength, and that's what we desperately need right now. Every decision President Biden has made has weakened our country domestically and in foreign policy.
Yeah, it's incredible to me, Congressman, that all we've seen is the election and President Trump win it, and suddenly everybody's getting into line. I mean, last week we heard the Russians are suggesting they want to reset with the U.S. We're seeing corporate America start taking their supply chains out of China. Steve Madden says he only wants to do business production in America, among others. You've got China trying to, do a reset as well. And all it was the fact that they know President Trump is returning to the White House.
That's exactly right. He's serious. He's serious about leading our country. He loves our country. And our mandate is very clear. Let's restore the dignity and the character of this nation. Let's get back on track in every single area. I'm excited. I mean, you can feel it around D.C. You can feel it in the House of Representatives, and I'm sure in the Senate. We've got a lot of work to do, but it's very exciting because we know we're going to get back to that place that America needs to be.
Well, congratulations to you, Congressman. You were elected chairman of the Republican Study Committee, which is the largest conservative caucus on the Hill. Tell us what you're hoping to achieve now that you hold the majority in the House.
Well, honored to be elected by my colleagues. It is a proud organization, the largest conservative organization, as you mentioned, on Capitol Hill. I think our job is going to be to make sure that conservative policies continue to get passed, that we get President Trump's agenda passed, that we do it by which the speed and the desire from the American public, the mandate that they have given us. And it goes back to the simple basics. Let's secure the border. Let's unleash American energy. Let's bring national security and deterrence back to our military and take care of our warriors and their families. Let's unleash our economy. These are the things that we're going to do. The Republican Study Committee has a 50-plus year history of doing that, and I'm honored to be able to lead it.
That is just wonderful. Well, we'll be watching your work for sure. Congressman, congratulations, and thank you so much for your time this weekend.